Have you ever found yourself suddenly awake at 3 a.m., staring into the darkness, wondering why sleep abandons you night after night? That quiet hour when the rest of the world sleeps, but your mind and body refuse to rest. This isn't just random insomnia or getting older in some vague way. These early morning awakenings are actually messages. Your body's way of telling you something important about your health, your hormones, and even your emotional well-being. Today, we're going to explore the 5 most profound reasons why older adults consistently wake around 3 a.m. These aren't just surface explanations. They're deep insights into how your body changes with age and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Let's begin with perhaps the most fundamental change happening inside you right now. Your melatonin production isn't what it used to be. Remember when you could sleep soundly through the night in your younger years? That was your body's natural melatonin working perfectly. But as we age, our pineal gland produces less of this crucial sleep hormone. Here's what's fascinating. Melatonin doesn't just help you fall asleep. It helps you stay asleep. The decline isn't steady throughout the night, though. Around 3 a.m., your already diminished melatonin levels hit their lowest point, essentially sending a wake-up signal to your brain. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not just about how much melatonin you produce, but how sensitive you become to things that suppress it. That tiny LED light on your charger, the street light peeking through your curtains. For a younger person, these might be insignificant. But for an aging brain, they can be the difference between sleeping through and waking at 3 a.m. Now, let's talk about your internal clock, what scientists call your circadian rhythm. This isn't just changing. It's actually shifting forward in a phenomenon called advanced sleep phase syndrome. Imagine your entire sleep-wake cycle moving earlier, like a clock set to the wrong time zone. You feel sleepy by 8 p.m., fall asleep by 9 p.m., and then, boom, wide awake at 3 a.m. This happens because the cells in your suprachiasmatic nucleus, your brain's master clock, are not responding to light cues the way they used to. The implications are profound. Many retirees make the mistake of surrendering to this shift completely, going to bed extremely early because they feel tired, only to reinforce this premature waking pattern. But the truth is, with strategic light exposure and activity timing, you can gently coax your rhythm back to a more manageable schedule. Physical discomfort represents another major 3 a.m. culprit. But here's the paradox. It's often not pain that wakes you initially, but rather your body's inability to stay comfortably in one position for hours like it once could. Consider this. When you were 30, you might sleep in the same position all night without issue. Now, joint stiffness, pressure points, or even subtle acid reflux can rouse you just enough to break sleep's delicate spell. And once you're awake at this vulnerable hour, returning to sleep becomes its own challenge. The bathroom trips deserve special mention. Many assume frequent nighttime urination is just part of getting older, but the reality is more nuanced. It's not just about your bladder changing. It's about how your kidneys concentrate urine, how your brain regulates the antidiuretic hormone, and even how medications might be affecting this entire system. Now, let's examine lifestyle factors, the subtle daily choices that accumulate into sleep disturbances. Retirement often brings less structured days, which might sound relaxing but can actually sabotage sleep. Without the natural time cues of a work schedule, your body loses its rhythm. Evening habits matter tremendously. That early bird dinner at 5 p.m., it might mean your blood sugar is dipping precipitously by 3 a.m. That single afternoon coffee, its caffeine could still be circulating in your system at bedtime. These factors compound with age because your metabolism processes everything more slowly now. Perhaps most profound are the emotional awakenings. There's a reason 3 a.m. is called the hour of the wolf. It's when anxieties, regrets, and loneliness emerge from the shadows of daylight distractions. For many seniors, this represents the first time in decades they've been alone with their thoughts. No work responsibilities, no child rearing, just quiet hours for reflection. While beautiful in theory, this can become overwhelming when it arrives unbidden, night after night. The solution isn't to suppress these thoughts, but to create healthy outlets for them during waking hours, through journaling, conversation, or creative expression. When the mind feels heard during the day, it's less insistent about being heard at night. As we conclude, remember this. Your 3 a.m. awakenings aren't a malfunction. They're evidence of a body and mind that have accumulated decades of wisdom and experience. The changes you're experiencing follow biological logic, even if they feel frustrating in the moment. The power lies in understanding these changes. When you recognize that your melatonin production has shifted, you can adjust your environment accordingly. When you understand your circadian rhythm is running early, you can gently nudge it later. When you acknowledge physical discomforts, you can address their root causes rather than just their symptoms. Most importantly, when you realize that some of these wakeful moments may be emotional or spiritual in nature, you can meet them with compassion rather than frustration. After all, how many people actually take time to listen to their inner voice these days? So tonight, if you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., try something different. Instead of fighting it or worrying about lost sleep, take a moment to appreciate the incredible biological wisdom that got you to this stage of life. Then use the knowledge from this video to make tomorrow night's sleep a little better. Because the truth is, aging changes sleep, but it doesn't have to ruin it. With understanding and small adjustments, restful nights can still be yours. And isn't that worth waking up to? If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear which of these factors you've experienced. Share your thoughts below. Your experiences might help others going through the same journey. And if you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more insights into aging gracefully. After all, knowledge is the best sleep aid of all.